3-day ticket packages are now available. Visit usaswimming.org/trials tickets to get your tickets now. By providing funding to teams, athletes, and programs around the country, the USA Swimming Foundation works to save lives, build champions, and impact communities to create a legacy for future generations of swimmers. Join us today by making a gift to the USA Swimming Foundation at usaswimming.org/donate. USA Swimming Safe Sport works to create a healthy and positive environment free from abuse. The locker rooms will be monitored regularly and randomly throughout the competition by meet personnel. Keeping in mind this is a public facility, please report any concerns regarding unknown individuals and/or locker room behavior with the meet director. Coaches, swimmers, we're going to designate lane 7 as a backstroke start lane from the turn end of the pool. All right, so 7 is our designated backstroke start lane. 3 will be for 50 starts from the turn end of the pool, and 2 is your regular start lane.
All right, here we go. We're excited to see fans start trickling in after a little bit of the delay. I want to welcome everybody to the 2023 Phillips 66 National Championships. I'm three-time Olympian Brendan Hansen, and next to me, the ever-bubbly, two-time Olympian Caitlin Sandow.
Hey fans, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate your effort to get here through the storms. Our athletes need you. They're gonna bring the energy tonight. Last night was electric. We had incredible swims. We have 10 more athletes that punched their ticket to World Championships.
Yeah, and so let's get that list going. It's Claire Weinstein, Bella Sims, Erin Gemmel, Lily King, Luke Hubson, Kieran Smith, Drew Kibler, Jake Mitchell, Matt Fallon, and Ryan Murphy.
I mean, those are some impressive names. Fan, are we excited to see our athletes compete in Japan? Let me hear you. We need to get loud tonight, guys. It's day 3. We need to bring the energy. This morning alone, we had 20 more Olympic qualifying times. That brings our total to 465 athletes that will be ready to compete at the Lucas Oil Stadium next summer for the Olympic trials.
Yeah, and the stakes are high. And like we said earlier, the transition of these athletes trying to make cuts and now trying to put their hand on the wall, it's really important that they focus on that because we are picking 4 international meets at this competition where they can go and represent the U.S. That's the World Championships in Fukuoka, Japan, the World Junior Games, the Pan American Games, and then the Under-23 European Championships.
There's a lot at stake here. They're gonna need your energy. They're gonna need your support. Don't be afraid to get on your feet. Last night we had an American record, and the crowd got loud. It's awesome to hear. Thanks for being here, and get ready for some fast swimming tonight.
Yeah, and let's take a moment and talk a little bit about every year the USA Swimming Foundation travels around the country spreading the news about the Learn to Swim and the value of learning to swim to our children, our families, and our community with our Make a Splash tour presented by Phillips 66. Let's all take a look at the big screen and see the recap of this year. That video gives me chills. I'll tell you what, it's all about the impact that our athletes can make, but it cannot happen without the USA Swimming Foundation. And right now I have somebody next to me that I'm so excited to talk to. 5-time Olympic gold medalist, 2-time Olympian, needs no introduction. It might be one of my favorite, and it's not because she married one of my best friends from Texas, Missy Franklin, y'all. Missy, I gotta ask you a little bit about the Make a Splash tour. You've been doing it for a really long time. Talk a little bit about the impact and what it means to you.
Absolutely. So I've been with the foundation for 8 years now, which is so crazy. But the Make a Splash tour, everything the foundation does, it is so crucial because we're literally saving lives. We are getting kids in the water, we're teaching them how to swim, and we're providing those children that may not have had access to pools or lessons otherwise that opportunity, which we so strongly believe every child deserves.
And not just the events, right? You're also part of the foundation. You're an ambassador. You give back. Talk a little bit about what the foundation means. And you've been an ambassador for a while as well. So what's your role in that space?
Absolutely. So swimming, as so many of us can agree, gave us so much. It gave us our friends, it gave us experiences, life lessons, and for me, the best way to say thank you was by giving back. And being a part of the USA Swimming Foundation was my way of saying thank you. It's a cause that I'm so passionate about. We raise funds, we raise awareness for swim lessons, for drowning prevention, but we also have our Building Champions side as well, where we support our current national team athletes, which is, of course, something I care about a ton as well. So there's so many aspects of it, but we really care about the athlete from the second they step into the water until the day they decide to move on to their next chapter, which I think is really special.
That's awesome. And I want to mention that we have the Supporters Club, which is $64, right? And that's the average that it takes to create a lesson provider to fund it, right? So if you want to learn more about the foundation, learn more about the opportunities there, you can go to usaswimming.org/foundation, and you can check it out. Missy, one more question for you. What is your go-to breakfast food?
Oh, my go-to breakfast food. I've been so into breakfast tacos lately because you can just do whatever you're feeling like. And then trying to watch my 2-year-old eat a breakfast taco is one of the most entertaining things in the world. So, gonna go with breakfast tacos.
Oh, I would have said bananas for Caitlin. That's crazy. Well, that's a good segue into Caitlin. She's got some fans over here, and they're gonna go into our segment of Go-To Breakfast.
All right, we know how much our swimmers love to eat, and especially breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. So we have some swimmers with us here and fans that made the trip out here to Indianapolis. So you guys, give me the lowdown. Give us your name, your age, and your go-to breakfast.
I'm Jackson, I'm 12, and it's definitely eggs.
Eggs? How many eggs do you have?
4.
Scrambled, over easy, over medium? How are we eating them?
Scrambled.
Scrambled eggs. I like some scrambled eggs. And your name, sweetie, and your age?
My name is Scarlett, and I'm 9, and my favorite breakfast food is breakfast burritos with sausage, eggs, and lots of cheese.
Breakfast burritos, kind of close to the breakfast tacos as Missy. I love that. And your name and age and favorite breakfast?
My name's Victor, and I'm 11, and my favorite breakfast is shrimp ramen noodles.
Oh, shrimp ramen noodles. Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that's unique. I love that. And finally, what's your name, bud, age, and your favorite breakfast?
My name's Boy. My age is 12, and I like eggs.
Eggs. Eggs are a popular one around here. Well, you got to hear from our young swimmers over here. Let's check in with the national team and see what their go-to breakfast is.
My go-to for breakfast is an egg burrito and a protein smoothie.
It's 3 eggs, a couple pieces of turkey, avocado, a little bit of hot sauce, and then a banana.
Eggs. Eggs, eggs, eggs. I eat a lot of eggs, especially when I'm really hungry after a morning practice. I'll just come home and scramble up a bunch of them, sometimes up to 12.
Some oatmeal. Fun fact, I never ate oatmeal growing up. I had oatmeal probably when I was in college for kind of the first time, and I loved it.
Coaches, swimmers, and team managers, at this time the competition pool is closed. Please clear the pool. Once again, the competition pool is now closed. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise if able and remove your hats for the performance of our national anthem. This evening, we feature singer-songwriter and Hall of Fame inductee with the Purdue University Varsity Glee Club, Brian Koenig.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Koenig.
All right, it is night 3 of 5. We have an action-packed night, kicking it off with the women's 400 IM. Shout out to my girl Katie Hoff that holds the American record right now. The girl to beat tonight, Alex Walsh, going in first, but she's gonna have some competition there.
Yeah, she is, and it's going to be a really close race between Alex and Katie and a few others. But you got to mention the Savannah Bananas are in the house tonight, but you guys are here, and I promise you these ladies are going to put on more of a show in the 400 IM than you'd see on the baseball field.
Men's 400 IM is going to be interesting tonight. We have Carson Foster, who's going in first, but we have Chase, who's the Olympic gold medalist. Jay Litherland is the Olympic silver medalist. What are you predicting in that 4 IM, Brendan?
Here's the thing. The top 4 guys have been consistently in top 15 in the world. They are going to be in a race, and the beauty of the 400 IM is that, one, we're not in it. The other thing is that they're going to be racing each other all the time. The race strategy is so important. This is where the crowd needs to get into it. You'll hear the announcers start talking during the breaststroke leg. Like we talked about last night, you guys pulled Lily King to that 200 breaststroke championship. It was awesome.
I'm really excited for the women's 100 butterfly. Gretchen Walsh broke an American record last night. She's the top seed in the 100 butterfly tonight. What else can we look forward to? Because there's also a lot of tough competition in the 100 fly for women.
Yeah, you got Olympian Claire Curzan. Kate Douglas has already proven her versatility. Tori Husk is in there as well. I mean, the speed is going to be there. But again, these fly races, the touch, the turns, all important.
And Brendan, the men's 100 fly, walk us through that race tonight.
Woo! You got Rose, Murphy, Cassis, Hardy. I mean, you can just list these guys. And the beauty of this is that these guys are a couple races into the meet, right? So they're fresh, they know what they need to do, and they're trying to punch that ticket to Japan.
All right, I'm not going to talk that much about the breaststroke events because that's all you. So the women's 50 breast and the men's 50 breast. I mean, what an exciting race.
It is, and it happens quick, and it's really important that you hit your timing quickly. But in the women's side, this is the first time we're going to see gold medalist Lydia Jacoby, and she's going to be up there against Lily King, who's already proven that she's got it figured out with her stroke. On the men's side, Nick Fink is just a stud. Michael Andrew, obviously winning last night, so we'll see how this plays out.
So women's 50 backstroke was super exciting this morning. We had Catherine Burkhoff, who posted the fastest time in the world right now, you guys, in prelims. So make sure you get really loud for that race tonight. So you'll be seeing the women's 50 back and the men's 50 back.
Yeah, you can't say the 50 backstroke without saying Reagan Smith as well, right? So, I mean, it's just yeah. And then you got the backstroke as well. I mean, here's the thing. These guys are going to have to get to that 15-meter mark, get up, get on the surface, and it's going to come down to the finish.
So you heard it, fans. A lot to look forward to tonight. But before we get to that, let's take a look at years past sizzle reel from Nationals.
Just 17 years of age, is absolutely on fire right now. She's going to have to do it on her own because there is no one else around her. Looking for the world record. She needs to touch the wall before 3:59.15, and here she comes. 56, 57, she's going to do it! She gets it!
Lochte says he wants to prove everyone wrong. That's why he's coming back to swim. Lochte extending his lead to over 7/10 of the second. Final 50 here in the men's 200 IM. Pulling away from the field here. And Ryan Lochte is a winner once again, the national champion here in 2019.
Missy Franklin is going for her 4th consecutive title in this event.
Boy, she just has such presence that last 15 meters. She just has a completely different gear than everybody else.
And look at Missy Franklin with her patented finish.
Oh!
And she takes it. Fastest time in the world this year.
I think Phelps, if he stays close, nobody can beat him coming home the last 50.
So Phelps has the lead, pulling out almost to a body length. Michael Phelps is going to double up here. Back-to-back butterflies at 50.45. That is the fastest time in the world this year.
We're going to take on the world. We're going to take on the world.
Curzan on the crowd and Hush to the wall. They're tethered together one more time. Victory for Tori Huss. It's another 1-2 for this dynamic duo.
We're gonna take on the world.
Foster forging ahead now. Chase Kalish to the wall they go, and the win to Carson Foster.
We're gonna take on the world.
Andrew dark cap inching ahead. Looks to be Fink and Andrew. Andrew looking to get to the wall first. He will in a new American and U.S. Open record time.
Okay, here we go. The first night I screwed this up, but we're not going to screw this up tonight. Crowd, there are athletes behind this blue curtain that can hear you. We are less than a minute away from the start of this. You know what's on the line. They know what's on the line. I need to hear you, and I need to hear you get loud. On 3, just get up, make some noise, show some energy. I want to hear you going bananas. On 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, let's bring that energy the rest of the night. Thank you, Indy.
NBC Sports presents coverage of the Phillips 66 National Championships. Night 3 of finals here from IU Natatorium. Starting a little bit late, some severe weather in Indianapolis cropping up here this afternoon. Some power outages, traffic issues with lights out caused some delays. USA Swimming officials want to give everybody ample time to be prepared, but we're ready to go. Jason Knapp alongside Olympic gold medalist Rowdy Gaines, Kira K. Dixon here for interviews and more as well. Rowdy, tonight's schedule and the top qualifiers in these events.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night of swimming here in Indianapolis. And why don't we just start off with the decathlon of swimming, the 400 IM.
How about it here? B final action will give you a peek of, including Megan Van Berkom from the University of Minnesota, was 6th at the NCAAs in the 400-yard IM. For the Golden Gophers, she's in lane 4.
Take your marks.
Got a great fly, should be out front here on the butterfly. A true test of so many different skills this 400 IM. Talked about it a lot over the years, how so many say this is no doubt the most difficult event in all of swimming. The sprinters will argue differently. Distance freestylers will tell you differently, but I think the majority will definitely say the 400 IM is a true test of so many different skills.
Well, Caroline Bricker from Pikes Peak Athletics in Colorado, the 18-year-old, jumping out to the early edge here in butterfly.
Don't see a lot of best times normally in the 400 IM. As we move along with the other events, you'll see a lot of PBs to get into the finals. A little tougher to put back-to-back real good 400 IM together. Only one PB from this morning. That was Haley McDonald down there in lane number 2. She went 4:48.9.
In the backstroke right now. White cap there for Van Berkom, 21-year-old, in from the University of Minnesota. 12th already in the 200 fly here at this meet. Trying to see if she can snag herself a B final victory. Up top, Katie McCarthy from Medina Swim Club in Minnesota, 18-year-old. Lane 8 trying to bid her way towards the front. Right now pulling in to contention among the top 4.
Van Berkom had a really good swim in the prelims. Nowhere near her best time, but the heartbreak of it all was she was about 0.3 of a second off of qualifying for the top 8. She went 4:46.39, 45.95, so just over 0.3 off that top 8 finish. So she's got something to swim for. Started off great, good start, good fly, a little faster than this morning. She's gonna be faster here, 2:15 at the halfway point. About 2 seconds faster than this morning.
And McDonald, you mentioned the personal best in prelims as they flipped the breaststroke here. Vaulted herself up to 3rd, but trying to keep that pace going right now. Still Van Berkom in front, McCarthy in 2nd. There on the right of your screen as you look at it in lane number 8. Grace Shebolt from Wolfpack Elite starting to make a challenge, the 20-year-old in lane 7.
And then right next to her, she's completely out of it. Tatter actually has the best breaststroke. She might have dug too big of a hole to get back into this race, but she has the best breaststroke of anybody in the field.
But Van Berkom looking strong here, continuing to pad her advantage. She gets ready to come home in freestyle again, so close to making it to the 8 final. And a torrid pace for her, at least against the rest of the competition to this point.
Well, again, you look at the past and what she's done, and we look at the results, and she is 2 seconds ahead of anybody else on paper. Looking really good, 3:37 flat. She is flying right now. She is over 3 seconds faster now than she went in prelims, so she's right on pace to go a best time.
In 6th at the NCAAs in the 400 IM.
this season for the Gophers. Charging now. Shovel in lane 7, holding down second spot right now. That's going to be the race. It looks like Van Berkom is going to cruise her way to victory here in this B. Over 3 seconds to the good, entering this final 50.
And one of the few swimmers in this field, Jason, to taste the second swim here in Indy, and I think that has helped her tremendously, as you mentioned, finishing 12th in the 200 butterfly. Only one other swimmer has finished in the top 10. That's McDonald in the 200 back.
No, Van Berkom with the best credentials coming in and gets it done. 4:42.57, and that'll feel nice too. New personal best there by a little over a 1/10 to grab the B.
Still unofficial, but there it goes. Now it's official. We've had a lot of DQs. We'll talk more about that along the way. A lot of DQs here in Indy, but none there.
Van Berkom with the win. Shovel in second. McDonald, Sophia Plaza, Katie McCarthy rounding out the top 5 in the 400 IM for the women B final. Title time of the women's 400 individual medley. Summer McIntosh set the world record earlier this year. She won the world title last summer in Hungary, did the teenage Canadian. Katie Grimes, teenage American, was right behind, just 0.06 of a second to grab silver, one of 2 silvers for the now 17-year-old at Worlds last summer, along with a silver in the 1500 free. Katie Grimes, one of the contenders here, Zoe Dixon from the University of Florida, the 19-year-old in lane 1, her first A final of this meet. Lane 2 from Trojan Swim Club at USC, the 19-year-old. Justina Kozan is there. Leah Hayes, Fox Valley Park District Riptides outside Chicago, the 17-year-old world bronze medalist last summer in the 200 IM. Alex Walsh in lane 4 out of Nashville Aquatic Club of the University of Virginia. Reigning world champion, Tokyo Olympic silver medalist in the 200 IM and the top qualifier here in the heats for this 400 IM. There's Grimes, 17-year-old from Sandpipers of Nevada, second quick in the prelims, 5th in the 800 free, her best result so far from this meet. Bognar from Teen Greenville, the 16-year-old, new lifetime best in the heats for Lilla. Lucy Bell, another teenager out of Alto Swim Club at Stanford. She'll be in lane number 7. And the youngest performer here in this final, 15-year-old Kayla Hahn from La Mirada Armada, holding down lane number 8. Alex Walsh, again, rowdy, fastest in the heats, the Olympic silver, last year's world gold in the 200 IM. What can she do at double the distance here?
I love this field. I like the look of it. A lot of youth here. 7 swimmers under 20.
And Rowdy, as they get underway, one other thing to mention, disqualifications in breaststroke and the IMs have kind of been going on this week, and Emma Wyatt was victimized by that. Again, her terrific pedigree in this race with world bronze last summer and Olympic silver from Tokyo, a legal kick. She would have been second coming into this final, but DQ.
I hate it. I just hate it. I get it. There's been a ton of DQs, and it all boils down to video. It used to be that video would confirm or overturn a call that was made on the deck. Now the video is being used to initiate the call. That changed in Tokyo, and that has changed the scope of the sport tremendously.
certainly something swimmers at these top-level events will have to get used to with that addition of video replay. Right now, lane 5 here in butterfly. Grimes out to the early edge over Leah Hayes and Alex Walsh. Again, 3 athletes that all brought home hardware from the Worlds last summer in different events, all right there.
I love the way that Katie Grimes has started this race. I gave the edge for fly and breast to Walsh right there in the middle of the pool. And then back and free, those long axis strokes, I gave to Grimes. She's so good on her back. Obviously, she's got great pedigree freestyle. But Walsh has that short axis streak, the breaststroke and the butterfly. But Grimes took it to her on the butterfly. A solid start for Katie Grimes. A lot of people pulling for her. She has yet to make the team in the pool. But so has Alex Walsh not made it. But neither is Leah Hayes. They all have chances down the line here yet in Indy, but this would be a great chance to get yourself on the team.
Traditionally in individual events, top 2 finishes will put you through to the World Championship team. The World's coming next month in Fukuoka, Japan. Right now, Katie Grimes looking strong in the lead. Over 2 seconds into breaststroke.
Yeah, look up here. You see the top right there? You saw that? 2+ seconds? That's going to change right now. Katie Grimes' weakest stroke by far is the breaststroke. You saw what she did the first 200. You're going to see what she can do the last 100, but no question, she'll come back to the field here. Alex Walsh, the best breaststroker of this field, I think, but Leah Hayes is also good. I talked about the strengths of Walsh and Grimes. Leah Hayes really doesn't have a weak stroke. She's just steady Eddie all the way through a race. She'll be better in the 200 IM too.
Again, she was the world bronze medalist in the 200 IM, the world champ of the 200 IM last summer, is dueling with the world silver medalist right now for the top 2 spots in the 400 IM. And now Alex Walsh inching ahead here of Katie Grimes.
Yeah, Walsh was down by 2 at the 300, or excuse me, at the 200. Now she's up by 1 only after 50 meters in the breaststroke. And here comes Hayes, who, by the way, is also a very good freestyler. Grimes is not out of the woods yet on trying to get on herself on this team.
Katie Grimes had that 2+ second lead starting the breaststroke. Now trailing Alex Walsh as they get ready for freestyle by almost 2 seconds. What a breaststroke split, as expected there for Alex Walsh. To freestyle they go.
Well, this is where Hayes and Grimes, especially in freestyle. She had a great 200 freestyle in the B final, with her best time last night. Now she's starting to move up on Walsh. Back and forth, and back and forth they go.
Here comes Katie Grimes pulling alongside Alex Walsh. Leah Hayes in the mix, but it looks like it'll be settled by those top 2 here, dueling down the stretch in the final 50, separated by less than a 10.
They are right there together. Walsh is not going to make this easy, but I think Grimes and her tempo right now in freestyle just looking too good here the last 50.
Grimes, with all that open water swimming experience as well, can go lengthy distances here in freestyle. Only needs to go a few more meters to hang on and take the win here in the women's 400 IM. Alex Walsh will get second. Leah Hayes in there with a strong third. The shifting back and forth between strokes makes the IM so intriguing, and Katie Grimes in comeback mode in freestyle to get it done.
Yeah, you know, a lot of swimmers would give up after the breaststroke, knowing how weak they are. But Grimes did not give up. I saw her on the deck yesterday, and I said, keep your chin up. She hadn't made the team yet in the pool. She's already in the open water part. But Grimes did it, I think, in that first 100. She challenged herself, and that's not easy to do in a 400 IM. You have to have this high pain tolerance. Obviously she does. The fitness for her, well, that's quite obvious. She's swimming a 10K at the World Championships, but that breaststroke brought her down to earth in a hurry. And Alex Walsh is another one that has not been put on this team. A lot of swimmers, that's the world champion, by the way, in the 200 IM. Dead even right there. As you said, 6/100ths of a second, right there separating them. But Katie Grimes, Jason, 101.6 coming home. That's stout coming home. Got a long way to go to get the Summer McIntosh's 4:25, and her best time this year is still 2 seconds faster, but they're both on their way to Japan.
So Katie Grimes celebrating there with that triumphant swim, and our victor is with Kira.
Katie, wow, what a race. You battled all the way down the end, especially in that finishing 50 in the freestyle. What was going through your mind down the stretch?
Oh God, I don't even know. It's just trying to make it to the other side. Just keep my head down and just keep kicking, I guess.
I know it's exhausting, but you just got so many big hugs and love from your teammates. How much energy do they give you?
Oh, so much. I mean, my teammates are everything for me, and we really hype each other up, and I was kind of stressing about that one, and I think they could pick up on that, so they just gave me all the support that I needed.
Well, no stress. We're going to get to see you at Worlds. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Grimes with the win. Walsh and Hayes run second and third. Remember, the world champ and the world bronze medalist in the 200 IM, both with new personal bests here in running second and third behind Grimes in this race. Impressive swims all around.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the award ceremony for the women's 400 individual medley. Presenting the awards for the women's 400 individual medley is two-time Olympian and current American record holder in this event, Katie Hobb Anderson. Finishing in third place with a 4:38.45, representing Fox Valley Park District Riptides, Leah Hayes. Your runner-up with a 4:35.46, representing Nashville Aquatic Club, Alex Walsh.
Award ceremony here in Indianapolis. Katie Grimes going to accept her gold medal rowdy here on the podium.
Wow, what a swim. And you could tell the reaction. I've talked about it this week with a lot of swimmers on the deck. Once they make the team, there's just this huge sense of relief. And you kind of let that out sometimes, like she did with an exclamation point. Sometimes you just kind of slump your shoulders and say, whoo. Alex Walsh did not. If you're wondering where Alex is, we don't know for sure either. He just got through swimming a 400. I don't want to presume anything, but backstage, and I'm sure she's trying to recover from that race.
Leah Hayes there to get her bronze. And Grimes, again, Rowdy, after you talked about, did maybe swim up to her potential in some of her earlier races this week, but she certainly did there.
Yeah.
Time now for more B final action for the men's 400 individual medley. Michael Phelps, and still with that world and American record from the 2008 Olympics. In this B final, you've got Ian Grum, lane 6 from Dynamo Swim Club, 5th in the 200 back in this meet. Landon Driggers, 21-year-old from Tennessee Aquatics. He was 3rd at the U.S. Open in Greensboro last December in this event. And Drew Hitchcock there in lane number 1 from Baylor Swim Club, 17-year-old, was the junior national silver medalist last summer. Some of the names to keep an eye on here in this B final.
Tommy right there. Tight field here. All the B finals tonight are very tight from a time perspective. Only 2 seconds separates these 8 swimmers, and you think 2 seconds, that's a lot. Not in a 400. We've got one of the 50s that are only separated by 2/10.
Underway here in the B. Let's see who asserts themselves in butterfly. Ian Grum looks to be the man to do it.
Well, Ian Grum's got a great first half, no doubt about it, and he is without question the best backstroker here. You mentioned 5th in the 200 back. So you know part of the 400 IM he's going to be very good this first half.
Cooper Lucas just above him from Lakeside Aquatic Club, 18-year-old. Trying to track with Grum right now.
You know, the issue is in the 400 is trying to figure out this formula of your strengths and weaknesses and go to them as much as possible. Ian Grum, like Katie Grimes, very good on his back in this field, so he'll get tracked down. Lynn Shear is a good breaststroker. Hansler, Lucas.
Hansler looking pretty strong in the early stages of his backstroke that jumped him up to 3rd. Hansler from Wolfpack Elite. The lead still in the capable hands of Ian Grum right now as they go to breaststroke. Let's see who makes the challenge here.
Well, he's exactly 2 seconds faster than he was in the preliminaries. Hansler at 2:04. I mentioned he has a good breaststroke. In fact, he had the 2nd best breaststroke from the preliminaries next to Lynn Shear. Lynn Shear is right there in lane number 5. Hansler down there in 2. Check that, sorry, that's 2 right there. Grum's still looking good though, Jason, isn't he? I mean, he didn't give the lead up like Grimes did in such a hurry, that's for sure.
Well, this looks more like the race that Megan Van Berkom had in the B final for the women, where she had a comfortable cushion, but the cushion was a little bit bigger than this. This may get uncomfortable pretty quickly in freestyle.
Well, it's definitely not going to be the lead that he flipped in at the 200 mark, which was about 4 seconds. Now it's about 1.5 seconds.
Gio Linshear moves into 2nd for the University of Florida in lane 5. Driggers from Tennessee Aquatics lane 3, up to spot 3. Still Ian Grum looking strong at this point.
Grum breathing right into his main competitors. I think the only guys that have a chance to run him down, so he's going right into him. He's going to be able to get a quick look onto his right side now. He breathes just to his right. Now it's just a matter of putting the blinders on, so to speak, and give everything you got. A lot of pain going on right now.
Ian Grum Trying to drop the hammer here and keep everybody else away. He wants to get to the wall first and win this B and do it in new personal best time there by about a second and a half. Excellent swim for Ian Grum to win the B. Driggers with a big challenge sneaks in there for second, followed by Gio Linshear.
Driggers goes his best time. Linshear had a nice job on his PB. Top three, all best times there coming into the wall, but from the very first stroke, start to finish, this was all about this 22-year-old young man from Dynamo Swim Club, Ian Grum.
National championship on the line in the men's 400 individual medley. Michael Phelps still holds the world and American record from his swim at the 2008 Olympics. Carson Foster with some great swims at the Worlds last summer for the 21-year-old from Mesa Manta Rays in Ohio. Collegiately at Texas. Dual silver in the 200 and 400 IMs in Hungary at the Worlds. Cruised through heats here, about 2 seconds faster than anybody else to be the top qualifier. Sean Grisham from California Aquatics won silver in this race at the World University Games back in 2019. He'll be in lane 1. Baylor Nelson, Aggie Swim Club, 5th in the 200 free so far here in Indy. 20-year-old alongside in lane 2. Jay Litherland, 27-year-old from Sun Devil Swimming, Tokyo Olympic silver in this event. 2019 World Championship silver too. He had the 3rd best time of the prelims. There's Foster, in 21 years of age, already won the 200 fly title at these nationals. Bobby Fink, Olympic gold in the 800 and 1500 freestyles in Tokyo. His IM continues to improve. 2nd fastest there in the heats. Can't forget Chase Kalish from Sun Devil Swimming, Olympic champion in Tokyo in this event, plus 4 other world medals in this race, including the world title in 2017. He qualified 4th. Danny Berlitz from West Virginia University, new personal best in this race by about 10 seconds to make this final. And Owen Lloyd from Wolfpack Elite, the 22-year-old rounding out the field. Chase Kalish, Rowdy, again, trying to see if he can work his way potentially to a 6th World Championship team, something only 6 other American swimmers have done. Katie Ledecky, the latest member of that esteemed group.
Yeah, Jason, a lot of great stories here. Chase is just one of them. I talked to him right before the meet started, asked him how the prelims went. He said, Rowdy, you know, we usually do a lactate test, and I cleared lactate, and I'm not going to get into the science of it because I don't even understand it, but I cleared lactate in under 10 minutes. First time in my career that it has ever happened that fast. It shows, basically it shows you how easy he went and felt in that 400 IM this morning. So he feels like he's going to have a good one. I think everybody, though, is going to be chasing Carson Foster.
Again, you mentioned Foster was fastest. Again, the lead in prelims was 2 seconds, but Kalish, Fink, and Litherland were all within about 6-7 tenths of one another. So that 2nd slot here is going to be a battle.
That's exactly right. And that's the story, right? You've got Chase and his amazing breaststroke, weak backstroke. And then we know what Bobby Fink will do in the freestyle if he is close. And then Jay, talk about Jay and his great freestyle. He almost ran down the gold medals back in 19 to win the World Championship in freestyle. So these 4 guys right here, that's the story. Only 2 will be able to go to Tokyo in this event. Foster already on the team, Fink, These two guys already on the team, though. So a little bit more ease, a little monkey off your back, knowing that you're already on the team.
Foster, to no surprise, with the advantage at this point.
He's a, excuse me, Jason, he's a world-class 200 backstroke. World-class. His first 200, well, he won the 200 fly for crying out loud. And then you look at the backstroke and his freestyle, but he doesn't have a great breaststroke. It has improved, yes, no doubt, but that's his weakest.
Still a comfortable lead here by about a second and a half. Going to breaststroke. Let's see who makes the challenge. Look out for Caleb.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to circle that guy. You beat me to it. I see Chase. Where's Waldo? There he is, toward the top of your screen, the veteran. Doing his job on the breaststroke, looking really good. He's got to build a big lead on the guy next to him, though. He's going to have a chance, and he knows it because that guy right there, that's Bobby Fink.
We mentioned the Olympic title 2 summers ago for him. 4 world medals, including bronze last year, as he was able to get in there behind Leon Marchand and Carson Foster to be on the podium at Worlds. Would love another opportunity to race for yet another world medal this summer.
Boy, look at Chase go. He's 34-1 on that 50. Foster, talk about the improvement I said. He's 35 flat. He had the second fastest split of anybody in the field, but I think they're going to be pretty much dead even. In fact, Kalish is going to have the lead.
Chase Kalish, breaststroke, bravado there, pushing him to the front as they go to freestyle.
3.83 seconds. The reason why I mentioned that, that's how far behind Bobby Fink was behind Foster and Kalish. 3.83 seconds. Does he have the magic that he's had in the past? He didn't have that here in the 800. Already put himself on the team, but he didn't need to have it. He won going away.
Foster now surging ahead of Kalish. Those two still with the lead on Fink, but here comes the freestyle ace down the stretch.
Well, went 3.8 to 2.6. And now it's about a second and a half. Here he comes.
Foster in the lead. Kalish trying to hang on and make a 6th world team. Fink giving chase, but he's going to run out of time. Foster to the wall, and he will get the win. Kalish there in second. Those two, the top 2, off presumably to Japan.
Another relief swim, and look at this guy. Dude, man, come on. 6 world championships, 400 IM. That is just one heck of a swim by Chase Kalish. And 3rd and 4th fastest times in the world this year. And that guy is 29, Jason. Still swimming the 400 IM for crying out loud. That is just unbelievable. You know, I love Carson. I told you I had a long talk with him, and he was really excited about this event in the 200 IM. But after talking to Chase, I knew he was going to have a special swim. I felt like he was going to be able to put himself on this team. He was just brimming with confidence, not cockiness, but confidence. Here's the last turn right here. Uh-oh, who's that sneaking up on you? Who is that? Maybe another 25, and the magic might have worked. He was 28 flat, by the way, the last 50. I'm talking about Bobby Fink. 28.5 for Jay Lutherland. Told you he had a great free. Ran out of room.
Again, high quality here from this talented group of IMers. Carson Foster able to get that win with Chase Kalish second, and our winner downstairs with Kira.
Carson, what an incredible swim. You held off Chase Kalish and Bobby Fink. How would you describe this race?
It hurt. I think my last 50 would probably show that, but we got some sharks in the water that last 100, and it's kind of like the 2 fly. I'm just proud of myself for staying tough.
You've shown that you can handle sharks in the water. After you won that 2 fly earlier in the week, how much confidence did that give you going into the rest of the meet?
I don't know about confidence. I think it's more just the pressure's off. I get to swim in front of all these people and at this meet, and so it's just, now you just get to enjoy it and feed off the energy.
Well, speaking of feeding off that energy, you're going to get to do that as a pro now. You've given back your scholarship at Texas. What is it like swimming as a pro?
It's not too different. I mean, my team at Texas is family, and I want to be around them every day, and they've supported me through that whole process, so yeah, I just love them.
They love you too. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Now the line of great IMers on the men's side for the United States. Chase Kalish was the latest. Carson Foster is the next.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome the awards ceremony for the men's 400-meter individual medley. Presenting awards for the men's 400 IM is Indiana University Vice President for Capital Planning and Facilities. Please welcome Tom Morrison. Touching third in the time of 4:09.55, representing St. Petersburg Aquatics, Bobby Fink. Finishing second in a time of 4:08.22 from Sun Devil Swimming, Chase Kalish. And your 2023 Phillips 66 National Champion of the men's 400-meter individual medley.
Impressive podium of talent there with the awards being given out. In the men's 400 individual medley, Carson Foster, the best of a gifted bunch, Rowdy, in that race. Chase Kalish there second, Bobby Fink third.
Ladies and gentlemen, put their hands together for the medalists of the men's 400 IM led by your champion, Carson.
One more round of applause for that group.
It shows you, again, 4:08, really good. But it shows you, again, how impressive 4:03 is again. I mean, Michael Phelps and that 4:03. Oh, boy, that is one heck of a swim. 4:03.
Moving on to the 100 butterfly now for the women. Check out the B final here from Indy. And second swim for some talented performers. That includes Emma Sticklin, who will be in lane 3, NCAA finalist in the 100-yard fly for Texas this year, and 6th at the Summer Nationals in this race last summer in Irvine, California. Yeah, Beta Nelson, who was 5th in the 50 fly, veteran from Wisconsin Aquatics there in lane 2. And Abby Aarons from Wolfpack Elite, lifetime best for her in the heats. She'll be in lane 4.
This is another one of those races I talked about being so tight with this field. 4/10, the top 8, and it's so different in the A finals, Jason. A second and a half separates 8th to 1st in the A final. So it's, these Bs are really tight, but this is, again, a great chance for a lot of these swimmers,
especially some of these young ones like Aaliyah Shackley, like an Abby Aarons, who's only 21, still kind of discovering herself, long course. You're going to see these names next summer when it really, really, really counts at the Olympic trials.
Yeah, they'll be in the same town, maybe the same hotel when they come back for Olympic trials in Indy in about a year's time.
You know, and the perfect example of an Abby Aarons who win her best time this morning and missed making the final by 1/100th of a second. That's about as close as you can get.
And you talked about the teenagers here. Leah Shackley, lane 5 from Blair Regional YMCA, the 16-year-old Bailey Hartman from Crow Canyon Sharks at age 17 in lane 6.
There's the veteran. Talk about the youngsters. Well, the veterans taking it out. Beta Nelson, 24.
Turn it away. Sticklin next to her in lane 3, but Nelson trying to get a little separation here from the rest of the field. Shackley trying to battle back in lane 5. Coming on strong, but Beta long reach there and ends up in a tie. Abby Aarons coming all the way back again. Nelson looked to be long on the touch, and Aarons getting in there for the deadlock for the win.
Nice observation, partner. That's exactly what happened. Tie between the two. Beta on the right-hand side, and a great PB again for Abby Aarons. Beta Nelson right on her best time. Her best is 58 flat, so not far off of that. Sticklin, that again, tight all the way across. 6/10 separated. Top 8 again. And I think Beta Nelson just realized it was a tie, but you're right. Watch what happens to Beta Nelson here. That's her last stroke. Ah, and that allowed right there. See the finishing on the full round? I don't know. Abby Aarons was kind of long too, right? They both were long into the wall, but I think Beta Nelson was longer.
So a tie there in the B. Sticklin and Lily Nordman, along with Bailey Hartman, the rest of the top 5. Time now for the women's 100-meter butterfly presented by Toyota. Toyota, proud partner of USA Swimming and Team USA. Let's go places. Sarah Sjöström from Sweden, still the world record holder. Tori Huss set an American record in winning the 100 fly world title last summer in Hungary. One of her 6 medals won at that meet, most of any swimmer at the Worlds. Certainly for her with that 4th in Tokyo and building on that at the Worlds last summer, and certainly one of the front runners here. Olivia Bray, Longhorn Aquatics lane 1, 7th in the 50 fly already at this meet. Alex Shackle has been tearing it up, the 16-year-old here from Indiana, Carmel Swim Club, 5th in the 200 fly, 5th in the 200 free, which should have her a spot on a relay at Worlds, and she's the junior national champ in this race. Speaking of great meets, how about Kate Douglas? Won the 100 free, 2nd in the 200 breast. Could she qualify for Worlds in a 3rd individual stroke? We'll see. Gretchen Walsh from Nashville Aquatic Club and the University of Virginia and won the 50 fly already. Top qualifier here in the 100 fly by about 2/10. There's Tori Huss. Again, the reigning world champ, just behind Walsh in the heats. Claire Curzan, Stanford teammate of Huss, the 18-year-old from Alto Swim Club, and 5th in the world in this race last year, still trying to race her way onto the world team. Remember, she won 5 world medals last summer. There's Kelly Pash from Longhorn Aquatics, 22-year-old. Nice hand for the Indiana native here at home. She was 4th in the 100 fly, and Gabby Albiero, her first A final of the meet for the performer from the University of Louisville.
Loaded field, right, Jason? I mean, this field, and that it's without Reagan Smith, who scratched. Unbelievable feel here. Kate Douglas right there. Teammate Gretchen Walsh, there's their coach. Todd DeSorbo, the head coach of Virginia. Tremendous year he has had. This is toss-up. 4 middle swimmers, 6 through 3. Another slow start for Walsh. That could be a deciding factor at the end. 0.74, a little better than this morning, but still 13/100 behind Husk's 0.61. Doesn't seem to hurt her though, right? I mean, she gets up and just takes off.
Well, maybe subpar start, but a flying first 50 here gives her the lead by 0.2 over the reigning world champ Douglas in third.
And that time, a lot left to go, but that's under world record pace and American record pace. Watch Husk last 50 though. So good. Claire Cruzan, who's been sick last week, right there in third.
Here comes Husk on the comeback trail. Gretchen Walsh trying to hold off the reigning world champion here for a national title at the wall. Give it to Husk. Takes it away from Walsh by about 1/10 and a half. 56.18 seconds, the winning time.
Wow. There were 4 swimmers under 57. Oh my, that's the fastest 3 swims in the world this year. Jason, come on. That is unbelievable. 56.1, 56.3, 56.4, 56.6. There they are right there. All lined up. Beautiful shot, guys, in the truck of 4 incredible swimmers. And all of them charging into the wall right there. Gretchen Walsh going out first. She's so quick, 25.6, but Husk right behind. Oh, but don't give up on Douglas quite yet. There she is right at the top. Coming into the wall, runs out of room. She might have beat them both with another stroke or 2. There's Gretchen Walsh right above her Husk. Jeez. And you throw Claire Curzan's amazing 56.6.
Tori, what an incredible swim. That's just what Rowdy called it. You're the American record holder in this event. How special is it for you to walk away with this win and get to go back to Worlds?
Yeah, I'm really pumped. I'm so thankful. And there's been a lot of fast swimming at this meet, so I'm just very fortunate that I get to get another chance to race in Worlds.
You're so strong in this event. What continues to be the key for you in your training?
I feel like just working hard every single day and focusing on the little details. I was thinking a lot about my underwaters before this, and I was practicing as I was warming up, and I was just visualizing. So I feel like maintaining confidence is key.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tori Husk thrilled with her performance. A national title and a chance now to defend her world title coming up next month in Japan. Gretchen Walsh, again, winner of the 50 fly, and Kate Douglas, both with personal bests in this 100 fly, but not enough to get past the reigning world champ. Oh, look at this phenomenal field battling hard. And Tori Husk gets it done in Indy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the award ceremony for the women's 100-meter butterfly. Presenting the awards for the women's 100-meter butterfly. Olympian who took her gold in the 2016 Games, the women's 4x100 medley relay, currently holds the American record in the women's 100 meters.
Going to be a great time at those Olympic trials in a year's time just around the corner. Lucas Oil Stadium as the awards continue here at IU Natatorium. Hosted the Olympic trials a couple of times, including 2000. Kate Douglas getting her bronze medal. And Rowdy, maybe a little bit short to get to swim this race individually at Worlds, but man, she is a force anytime she hits the water, no matter the stroke.
It might be for the best. She's got the 100 freestyle. They want to use her in the anchor. She's going to be so busy with that 50 free. She's got the 200 breaststroke, 200 IM. I mean, she's got a lot of events. There might be a little bit of a silver lining here with her not making it. I know she's not happy about it, but I think the two best representatives are right there.
And Gretchen Walsh, winner of the 50 fly, takes silver here in the 100. Tori Huss getting a national title to go along with her world gold in this event from last summer.
Not bad, Gretchen. Sister Alex, most likely making the team together again to Japan in one evening.
B final time, men's 100-meter butterfly. Caleb Dressel still the world record and American record holder. More on him coming up when we get to the A. And you look at the competitors here, including Johnny Kulo was 4th in the 50 fly in this meet, the 18-year-old from Sun Devil Swimming. He'll be in lane 3. Finn Brooks was 7th in the 50 fly, age 20 from Indiana Swim Club, both now with new personal bests in the heats in the 100 fly. There's Nick Albiero from Cardinal Aquatics in the mix too in lane 7.
Just saw his sister, Gabby, swim the A finals just in the previous heat or race. 5 swimmers go their best time this morning. About half a second separates this field. Another tight one on the men's side. 1 through 8. A lot of good young swimmers here, 20-year-olds, a couple teenagers. A little bit of peek into the future. Woo.
Take your marks.
I think in lane 4, if Aiden Hayes is close at the 50, he's got a great chance to win this. 8 in the 200 butterfly, so you know he's not going to die. He's going to have a good back half.
He's right now in lane 4 for Wolfpack Elite. Right behind Johnny Kulo alongside in lane 3. Finn Brooks, again, Kulo and Brooks, finalists in the 50 fly. Do they have enough here at double the distance to win this big?
Kulo had just a slight lead, but here comes that back half we talked about. Hayes.
Albiero coming up in lane 7 too. Aiden Hayes, enough in the tank to win the B. 51.97 seconds, about 2/10 off his lifetime best.
Second fastest going out, fastest coming home. Not quite his best time, but a nice win, nice confidence builder there. Finaling on the 200 and winning this, the B final.
Got Noah Bowers, his Wolfpack Elite teammate, right there in second spot. Championship round of the men's 100-meter butterfly. Caleb Dressel set the world and American record when he won Olympic gold in Tokyo, also two-time world champ of this race. He's in this championship field as he continues his return to racing after a sizable layoff, but he's not the top qualifier here in this final. Dare Rose is the 20-year-old Jersey City, New Jersey native, swims at Cal, ran second in the 50 fly. Shane Casas, 23-year-old from Texas, he was second quick in the heats. He came into this meet with the fourth fastest time in the world this year. The rest of the field, including Luke Miller from Wolfpack Elite, won the 100 fly at the U.S. Open last December. New personal best in the heats. Trenton Julian owns world relay gold with the U.S. from last summer, fourth in the 200 fly at this meet for the man from Mission Viejo Natadores. Zach Harding, Cardinal Aquatics, the Olympic and World Championship experience for him in the 200 fly for the U.S. Third in that race here at a new personal best in this event in the heats. There's Dare Rose, prelim time, 50.87 seconds. That's a new top time, all time for him. Casas won world bronze in the 200 back last summer. Didn't make the final in that race here at Nationals. Looking to make the worlds maybe in this event. He'll be in lane 5. Gabriel Jett, 20-year-old from Cal Aquatics, U.S. national champ in the 200 fly last summer, and a new lifetime best in the prelims for him too. Thomas Heilman, speaking of lifetime best, he was second in the 200 fly. That broke Michael Phelps' 15-16 national age group record, earned him a trip to Worlds. Already owns the national age group record in this race, and he lowered it by 0.2 in the heats. And then there's Caleb Dressel, again, Olympic champion, came in 9th in the prelims. That left him outside the top 8. But Ryan Murphy, who was second fastest, scratched the final because for Murphy, the 100 fly at Worlds will conflict with his duties in the 200 back. So Dressel sneaks in. Rowdy, he was 29th in the 100 free, 3rd in the 50 fly. Both events he's been a world champion in, and now an opportunity here to make another world team with a solid race.
All you hope for is a lane. That's all you could hope for. It's a tall water, no doubt about it. A really solid field. Great start by Dressel. But he's going to have the perfect race for him. He's got the speed. Second fastest in history in the 50 fly. Again, up top right there. Rose was the only one to break 51 in the morning.
Dressel in the mix. Does he have enough?
He was 4th at the 50, 24 flat. He's going to have something special, though, here at the end.
And the battle right now between Rose and Casas, and also Heilman coming on strong. The teenager looking to get it done. But it will be Dare Rose with another super swim, 50.74 seconds for him. Another new lifetime best. Second spot going to Thomas Heilman, the teenager, with another runner-up spot here at National.
Dressel tied for 5th. Not that far off, though, guys. He's not that far off. That's the 3rd fastest swim in the world for Dare Rose, though. Boy, he came on like a freight train at the end, didn't he? There's Dressel right in front of you. Can't miss him. He still has that electric start. You never want to miss watching this guy's first 15 meters. Far right. Casas out so quick. And then that kid. Then there's that kid. Right. You can't barely see him up there with a white cap. See, guys, way up there toward the top. He's underneath Dressel. Watch Rose, though. Look at the charge that guy makes. Boom! And then the 16-year-old does it again. Does he remind you of somebody?
You can say it.
A little MP-ish, maybe? Got a long way to go, but what a swim by this kid.
And what a swim from Dare Rose, coming on strong out of Cal Aquatics, known for their great backstroke pedigree. Pretty good in butterfly, too. The winner is downstairs with Kira.
All right, Dare, what a swim, a lifetime best. Last night you finished second in the 50 fly, but tonight you are the national champion. How special is this moment?
It's so special. So looking up at all of them. I know my dad's proud of me, of course. So thank you so much for everything you do.
Your Cal squad here has been supportive of not only you, but your entire team here this week. You guys have put on a heck of a show. How special is it for you to be a part of this team?
It is so special. Probably best training group in the world. Always push me to go harder. I always push them. So it's the most amazing squad I could ever think of being a part of.
Well, you're also going to be on a really special squad this summer on that World's team. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Big race, including Caleb Dressel, 5th place for him. Dare Rose, the best of the bunch, national champ in the 100 fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome our awards ceremony for the men's 100-meter butterfly. Presenting awards this evening is the chairman, president, and CEO of One America and the co-chair of the local organizing committee for the 2024 U.S. Olympic Trials. Please welcome Scott Davison. Touching third in a time of 51.42 for Longhorn Aquatics, Shane Casas. Second place finisher in a time of 51.19 from Cavalier Aquatics and Piedmont Family YMCA, Thomas Heilman. Your 2023 Phillips 66 National Champion of the men's 100-meter butterfly in a winning time of 50.74 from California Aquatics, Dare Rose.
Medals on the podium for the top 3 for the men's 100 fly here in Indy. Dare Rose, Thomas Heilman, Shane Casas posing for photos.
I don't think there were too many predictors of this race out there predicting those two guys to go 1-2. And if you did, you're lying. Unless I see it on paper.
How about breaststroke time here for the women? 50-meter B action. We'll see the American record holder coming up, Lily King, in the A final. 7 of the 8 in this race posting lifetime best in the prelims. And that includes 17-year-old Piper Engie, who was a finalist already in the 200 breast here at these Phillips 66 National Championships in Indy. Engie from Bellevue Club Swim Team there near Seattle will be in lane number 5. An oldest competitor here, 22 years of age. So you got a bunch of teenagers and young 20-somethings. Again, just getting more race experience with a second swim here in the 50 breast. Especially in a race they don't get to swim too often here.
No, none of the 50s except the 50 freestyle, obviously, to swim at this kind of level consistently anyway. And Boy, this was a fast B final. 7 swimmers went their best time from this morning.
Take your mark.
32 flat to get 16th. Depth shows again for Team USA.
Furious start, lane number 1 for Zoe Skirball out of Racer X Aquatics, the 18-year-old in lane 1. Lucy Thomas trying to come back in lane 4 from Elmbrook Swim Club. And Piper Engie will take it by 100th of a second over Lucy Thomas. Great swim for the 17-year-old.
Sure was. Just turned 17 a couple of weeks ago. Another pipeline of swimmers here in the sprint breaststroke, just edging out 1/100th of a second over Thomas. That was one tight race. Top 3 separated by, or top 4 separated by less than 3/10.
And Engie with another new personal best here on the day to grab the win in the B. Time now for the women's 50-meter breaststroke presented by Toyota. Toyota, proud partner of USA Swimming and Team USA. Let's go places. Lily King set the American record in this race, winning world gold in 2017, one of her 2 world titles in this event. Bronze in the 100 breaststroke in Tokyo after her Rio Olympic gold in the 100 breast. She was 7th at the 50 Worlds last summer, did capture the 200 breast world crown in Hungary, already won that race here. Skylar Smith sporting the big-time Tar Heel jersey. 19-year-old from North Carolina Aquatic Club in lane 1. Hannah Bach representing Ohio State University. Personal best for her in the heats. She'll be in lane 2. Rachel Bernhardt, always nice when you can get a new personal best at age 28, under 31 seconds for the first time in her career. And Team Charlotte Swimming in lane 3. There's Lily King from Evansville, Indiana, swam in Bloomington. That means they're going to love you here in the Hoosier State, and they certainly do. The Olympic gold medalist from Rio in the 100 breast. But the woman that shocked her and everybody else with her Olympic gold performance in Tokyo, the teenager from Alaska, Lydia Jacoby there. She was 2nd quick in the heats. Caitlin Dobler, U.S. national champ in the 100 breast last summer, 4th in the 200 breast already here from Trojan Swim Club at USC. Emma Weber from Cavalier Aquatics, Piedmont Family YMCA, 6th in the 200 breast at this meet. She'll be in lane 7. And then it's Miranda Tucker, the veteran from Texas Ford Aquatics. She and Lucy Thomas tied for the 8th best time in prelims. Then Tucker won a swim-off between the 2 for the final spot in this 8-swimmer field. So Jacoby Rowdy didn't swim the 200 breast here at this meet, saving herself for the shorter distances, presumably to get ready to deal with Lily King again.
Yeah, first race for her in the finals. Obviously swimming the prelims this morning, but the race should come down between these 2 swimmers once again. Start by King in the middle. Jacoby right there as well. King uses that early speed, Jason, getting out there real quick. Will Jacoby be able to close on her like she's done before?
Jacoby trying to close. Lily King watching Jacoby pull aside. Those 2 ahead of the pack, cruising towards the wall, and it will belong here to Lily King almost unbeatable here at home in the Hoosier State by 0.04 of a second over Lydia Jacoby.
And right now, that is the second and third fastest times in the world. Right now, Lily will be the only one representing Team USA in the 50 breaststroke. Great swim by Jacoby. Wonderful swim by Jacoby. Best time, first time under 30. But unless she wins the 100, she won't swim the 50 in Japan. Oh, there's a little, did you see her? She actually moved a little bit. That, can we go back and look at that again, guys? Because the results are not official yet. Oh, they are official. No, those are unofficial results. I mean, I think it's official. It just popped up official. But again, she looked like she flinched just a little bit. The results are good, so all good. A little quiet, hushed in this crowd, Jason, but it was good.
And a great race between those two Olympic champions there. And you see relief there for the IU Brain Trust looking on.
Thing is, though, it still says unofficial up on the scoreboard.
All right, it is official. We're gonna get the energy up in here because the Hoosier State absolutely loves Lily King. You just did something incredible in front of these fans that love you so much. How pleased are you with this race?
I'm very excited. That was probably the best one I've had all season. Well, best time I've had all season for sure. But just been working on that speed, getting that speed back again. And the 50 is easy. The 50 is fun. So yeah, always great crowd here too.
Well, I know that you call the 50 fun. Last night you won the 200. Technically, how do you shift focus from the 200 to the 50?
It's so different. I mean, even in the ready room last night, we were saying just, you know, how much better of a mood we were going to be in today in the ready room. So, yeah, I mean, just it's kind of it's not an off day, but it's a day that's a lot less stress for me. So, yeah, it's a good transition.
Well, keep that mood going the rest of the meet. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lily King, such a fan favorite anywhere she swims here in the U.S., but especially back home in Indiana. And Lily King grabs the win here again. Jacoby with another terrific performance, but just off the pace. And Rowdy, here's another look.
Yeah, Jason, watch. No, it was fine. I thought there was a little flinch. I was wrong. Did not see it there on the second replay. Perfect, no problem. Lily King, once again.
Looking strong and celebrating here at home, and she often does in Indiana.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the award ceremony for the women's 50 meters breaststroke. Presenting the awards for the women's 50 breaststroke. Head coach and CEO of Carmel Swim Club, today's Phillips 66 National Championship Club of the Day, Chris Plum. Finishing in third place with a 30.36, representing Trojan Swim Club, Caitlin Dobler. Your runner-up with a 29.81, representing Seward Tsunami Swim Club, Lydia Jacoby. And your 2023 Phillips 66 National Champion with a 29.77 from Indiana Swim Club, Lily King. Indianapolis, one more time for your medalists in the women's 50 breaststroke, led by your champion, Lily King.
down there at the scoreboard end of the pool. As we introduce the championship final in the men's 50-meter breaststroke. The finalists in the men's 50 breaststroke in lane 1 from Cardinal Community, Joey Garber. Lane 2 from the University of Alabama, Derek Fox. 3, Towson University swimming, Brian Benson.
All right, Kira. Just hope she didn't pitch that thing into the pool. Fans want to see that with all those signatures. Again, get ready for the Olympic trials coming here in just about a year's time to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Time now for B final action for the men's 50-meter breaststroke. Matthew Jensen, California Aquatics, he looked strong in winning the B final in the 50 fly. Now comes into the B final of the 50 breast off a personal best in the prelims, 27.82.
Another race that we keep talking about, these best times, which you want to do, obviously. The biggest meet of the year. 8 swimmers, all in PBs. And it's probably going to take another one to win this one. Half second separates top 8.
Jensen again ahead of his Cal Aquatics teammate Luca Darte, who's in lane 4. Those 2 golden caps for the Golden Bears. Jensen again, we talked about his powerhouse swim in winning the 50 fly. He does it again here, another B final victory for him in the 50 breast, and another personal best, this one by about a half second.
Yeah, how about that? We talk about Kate Douglas and her versatility. Dave Durden, the head coach at Cal, is happy with his swimmers. Cal, a lot of yellow cow caps here in Indy, and you're going to see a lot of yellow caps for years on end. Those 2 guys right there coming in. Coach Durden is just taking it all in stride. The versatility we talked about, Kate Douglas, pretty versatile there. 50 breast, 50 fly back to back.
Also a new personal best time for Rodarte there in second. Christian Bart in third. New PB for him too from Olympia Swimming. It's time now for the men's 50 breaststroke final presented by Toyota. Toyota, proud partner of USA Swimming and Team USA. Let's go places. Nick Fink, he's been a lot of places in his swimming career, like Budapest last summer when he set the American record and won the 50 breast world title. Also took bronze in the 100 breast. Has a chance to make a 5th world team for the United States. Less than 15 other American swimmers have made 5 or more world teams. Charlie Swanson will be in lane number 1 here in this final. He swam the 200 breast at Worlds last summer, 6th in that race here at Nationals this week. Personal best swim for him in the heats of this 50. Same for Henry Bethel from Auburn University alongside in lane number 2, 20-year-old. Another man, he's 20 years of age. Mitch Mason, Tiger Aquatic Swim Club at LSU, makes it 3 swimmers in 3 lanes with personal best from the heats. There's Nick Fink, and turns 30 next week, fastest in the heats by a 10th for the reigning world champ. Michael Andrew, world bronze behind Fink last summer, already won the 50 fly, looking for a 2nd national title of the meet. He'll be in lane 5. Noah Nichols from Cavalier Aquatics, Piedmont Family YMCA. Another best ever swim for him in the prelims for the 21-year-old. So after Noah Nichols, how about a peek at Tommy Cope in lane number 7? out of Club Wolverine. He was 7th in the 200 breaststroke. And lane 8, that's where we'll find Kevin Hausman from Northwestern University swim team. He was 3rd at the team trials in this race last year. Michael Andrew Rowdy won the 50 fly, as we touched on, but he missed the final in the 100 fly, trying to shake off that tough swim and win here.
Yeah, I think he's destined to swim the 50s here. He can excel in all 4 of them. I think it's the middle of the pool, Andrew and Fink. They were 2-3 last year as far as times go. And you said Fink, world champ, Andrew, bronze last summer. There they go.
As predicted, Fink, Andrew out ahead. Bethel, the 20-year-old from Auburn, looking strong in lane 2, but it's a 2-man race. Fink and Andrew. Andrew and Fink at the wall. Nick Fink, by 0.13 of a second, gets title. 26.74 seconds for him.
I love it when a veteran like him does so well. You know, a guy that's 29 years of age. Many say, yeah, he should be in the twilight of his career. No way, man. This guy's swimming so well right now, still just continues that streak. He'll be a factor. 4th fastest time in the world. He's the only one right now that will make that World Championship team in the 50. Andrew finishing 2nd does not. The winner of the 100 breaststroke still has an option to swim the 50. That is yet to come. Andrew on top. There's Nick Fink, 29 years of age. How about that, man? Turns 30 next week. Happy birthday, buddy. You're going to Japan.
Only about 0.3 off his American record time for the reigning world champ, who will get to go to Japan and try to defend that world crown. Right now, he's ready to chat downstairs with Kira.
World champ, the American record holder, and now on your 5th Worlds team. How proud are you of this performance tonight?
It sounds really nice when you say it like that. It's been a tremendous honor to represent the U.S. even 4 times before a World Championship, so 5th time is super exciting, and we'll be ready to rock and roll this summer.
It's my job to make things sound nice. Now, I want to take you back to December at Short Course Worlds. You were finishing up your master's degree at Georgia Tech in electrical engineering. I think that day when you were racing, any academic pursuits for you this week?
Well, I do have a 9-to-5, you know. I'm a businessman, they call me, when they need me, so I've been on call this week, but no, I told them not to bother me, so don't tell my boss that, though.
This is on national television, so I'm sorry to tell you that. But I know that you're turning 30 in just a week. How are you going to celebrate your birthday?
With a couple of good practices, I believe, so it's just a number, right? That's what they tell me, so yeah.
Congratulations, we'll be seeing you at Worlds.
Thanks, appreciate it.
30 years of age, world champion last year, trying to double up next month at Japan. Nick Fink, living a good life.
We could please welcome at this time the award ceremony for the men's 50-meter breaststroke. Presenting awards in the men's 50-meter breaststroke. Two-time Olympic medalist from the 1996 Atlanta Games and former American record holder, the 100-meter breaststroke, currently coaching for Nation's Capital Aquatic Club. Please welcome Jeremy Lin. Your third place finisher with a time of 27:30, representing Cavalier Aquatics and Piedmont Family YMCA, Noah Nichols. Silver medalist with a time of 26.87, representing MA Swim Academy, Michael Andrew. Your 2023 Phillips 66 National Champion in the men's 50-meter breaststroke, winning in a time of 26.74 for Metro Atlanta Aquatic Club, Nick Fink. Ladies and gentlemen, the medalists in the men's 50-meter breaststroke, led by your champion, Nick Fink.
Kira, Missy, got to bottle that enthusiasm all the time. That rivals you for loving this sport.
Yeah, she does. You know, she's so beloved in the sport. Has meant so much to it, obviously in the pool, but out of it as well.
Oh, Missy, got to grab a seat there and get ready for more action to be excited about, starting with B final here for the women's 50 backstroke. Again, non-Olympic event. Another race with a ton of personal bests, as we talk about, for swimmers that don't get to swim it a ton. And Josephine Fuller, NCAA finalist in the 100 and 200-yard backstrokes for Tennessee this year. Among the top threats, Tennessee Aquatics, the 20-year-old there in lane 5.
And this is the tightest race we've seen, top to bottom. I'm gonna love your call at the end if it holds true again. 27/100ths of a second separates these 8 swimmers coming in, and you're right, Jason, a load of best times, 6 of them, in fact.
So you're telling me we would not like to hand time this race?
No, not like the old days, not like when I swam.
We'll let the computers.
I get my cousin Fred at the end with that watch when we were doing the hand times.
We'll let the machines do their magic and assist as we watch along here. And a host of collegians here in the mix.
Best finishers in lane 5 so far. Fuller was 14th in the 200 back, and she put a little speed into this one. Look at that. That's what we were talking about, right, Jason? 7 swimmers in it anyway right now.
Good luck calling the winner at this point. About 10 meters left. Let's see. How about Eris Runnels from University of Florida? She gets it done by 200ths of a second. Nia Funderburk of Ohio State University there in second. Fuller in third. 600ths off the pace.
And Anthony Nesty, the head coach, what an incredible job he has done down in Gainesville. So many superstars down there. Great collegiate performances this year. And you're right, I'm glad you hesitated. You waited just a split second. You didn't want to call that one at all, did you, buddy? Look at that. I mean, 19 100s top 5, 26 100s top 7.
They were clustered together yet again. Runnels didn't run away with it, but she did win it. Women's 50 backstroke national championship time. Lu Zhang from China, world record holder. And Catherine Burkhoff, the American and reigning world silver medalist. And you know what? We're on record alert here because the 22-year-old Burkhoff from Missoula, Montana was just a 1/10.5 off her own American record. Only about 3/10 off the world record with her prelim swim, 27.27 seconds. It's actually faster than what she swam to win that world silver last year. Ryan White, we know about her Olympic and world medals in the 200 back. She was second in that race. In this meet, she'll be in lane 1. Olivia Smoliga, 2019 world champion of the 50 back, missed making the U.S. world team last summer, but 4th in the 100 free. So she'll be going back to worlds already on relay duty. Isabel Stadden, U.S. national champ of the 200 back last summer. 6th in that event here. New personal best in the prelims of the 50 back. Burkhoff, again, the world silver medalist last summer. Top qualifier by about a 1/10.5. Reagan Smith, reigning world champ of the 100 back, already won the 200 back and the 200 fly, looking for a 3rd national title of the meet. Well, Gretchen Walsh, with her success so far in the 50 fly, and again, they're close second of the 100 fly earlier, 4th quick in the prelims. Amy Fulmer, lifetime swim in the heats for the 22-year-old from Ohio State. And Erica Brown out of Tennessee Aquatics, world bronze medalist last summer of the 50 free, going after a national title here in the 50 back. How about it, Rowdy? You got the current world champion of the 100 back, Reagan Smith, who tied for 5th last summer in this race, right alongside the world silver medalist in the 50. And again, they're close to that American record time, not too far away from the world time.
It's right there. I mean, stranger things have happened. And they are electric on the start. Watch Burkhoff and Smith, especially. Stadden is great. Oh, another just quick start. All of them under 0.6 there. 0.54 for Ryan White, 0.54 for Reagan Smith. That's fast.
Smoliga strong 2 in lane 2. Burkhoff right there in lane 4 with Reagan Smith. Another one that's going to be tight at the finish. Burkhoff and Smith looking strong in the top 2 spots. The touch, it'll go to Burkhoff. 23.13 seconds, just 100th off her American record time and 100th better than Reagan Smith, who was right there.
1/100th of a second flying around today. Wow. What a swim by Catherine Burkhoff, barely by the slimmest of margins. And those 2 times, fastest in the world. What else is new for Team USA in women's backstroke? Watch this, see the straight back right there, and then just flips those feet over, but they're so quick off the blocks, Jason. Both of them, just incredible underwaters, and then just shoot out of that hole so well. Burkhoff with that black crop right there, just getting the job done down the stretch. Stroke for stroke for stroke, together into the wall, and it's 1/100th of a second. It's so close to that American record. Both of them close to that American record.
Catherine, just 1/100th off your American record time. How pleased are you with the performance that you just had?
It felt really good, so yeah, I can't complain. It was a competitive field, so kept me motivated for sure.
It's a very competitive field. Just describe the depth of this discipline and how impressed you are with your fellow competitors.
I mean, I've been growing up with them, racing them, so it's been really cool to like grow with them. Yeah, I mean, it's such a deep event for the U.S.
Silver at Worlds last year. How special is it for you to get back to Worlds again?
Oh, I'm so excited. It's gonna be awesome.
That it will. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, look at the results again in the slimmest of margins, as Rowdy mentioned. Burkhoff by 100th of a second over Reagan Smith, who has a new personal best time. Same too for Gretchen Walsh after a runner-up spot in the 100 fly. Has a personal best and a back half of a double for her to come home in third. Again, a battle between two world medalists last year in backstrokes. Catherine Burkhoff gets it done in a flash over Reagan Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome the award ceremony for the women's 50 meters backstroke. Presenting the awards for the women's 50 backstroke is 5-time Olympic gold medalist, 11-time world champion, and former world and American record holder, Missy Franklin Johnson. Finishing in third place with a 27.54 from national.
Indianapolis serving as proud host of this Phillips 66 National Championships. How about a solid night here for Gretchen Walsh? A couple of runner-up spots in the 100 fly, and now the 50 back. Or excuse me, let's make that third spot, but still a couple of podiums for her. And there's Reagan Smith in that second slot.
She's gonna have a great 100 back coming up. Don't want to miss that one. And so will that young woman right there.
Catherine Burkhoff taking the victory. Looking forward to seeing what she can post potentially at Worlds again. Just off her American record, and that's about a 1/10 and a half away from the current world record.
I've been looking forward to this one all night.
Yep. Can't wait to see how it plays out here. Men's 50-meter backstroke. Hunter Armstrong on standby, the world record holder in the A, along with world champion Justin Ress. How about the B final first? Again, more personal best thrown out here for another non-Olympic event. Adam Cheney from the University of Florida, 6th at the team trials in the 50 back last year in April in Greensboro. He'll be vying for the win here in the B.
The guy to break 25 lifetime best, 24.7. His 25.06 was only 6/100ths of a second off of putting himself in the final. Had just a tremendous career at the University of Florida. So incredibly valuable to that team. Start up there in lane number 5. That's O'Connor. Cheney 0.57. Nice long stroke. Look at that reach that Cheney's got right now.
Will it be enough to hold on? Christopher O'Connor was coming hard, and Cheney does outlast him by 0.02 of a second to get the win here at the meet.
Yeah, that was another tight one for the end, and that's what you're going to see so much in these 50s, and I know Coach Nesty likes the look of that one. Coming in right there, right above him. These two guys, right above him. Not 1/100th, but a little fingernail.
Yeah.
Which is 2/100.
Cheney, again, with the win. Christopher O'Connor second, but he can take a little satisfaction that he cracked 25 seconds for the first time in his career. Now the men's 50 backstroke final is here, and the world record holder and the world champion both in the house. Hunter Armstrong set the 50 back world record, American record, the international team trials last April in Greensboro, but at the Worlds got out-touched by his American teammate Justin Ress, who took the gold. Those two have been battling back and forth all season, and they're together again here in this national title matchup. Wyatt Davis from University of Michigan swim team will be in lane 1. Tommy Jansen from the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, 19-year-old with his second A final of the meet. Both of those swimmers with personal bests so far in the heats. There's Shane Casas, just was third in the 100 fly, trying to find a way onto the world team. Will be in lane 3 for the 23-year-old from Texas. There's Hunter Armstrong. Again, 24.20 seconds his prelim time, about a half second off his world record mark. Justin Ress from Mission Viejo Nadadores. Well, he was just 1/100th behind Armstrong in the heats. And the world champion getting accolades here in Indy. Ryan Held, certainly a contender, another A final for him. 5th in the 100 free, 6th in the 50 fly for the U.S. veteran. Jack Dolan from Sun Devil Swimming in lane 7, lifetime best for him in the heats. And how about a two-Jack affair on the end? Jack Akins there from Swim Atlanta, 3rd in the 200 back already for the 20-year-old from Cumming, Georgia. Well, Rowdy, Ress, and Armstrong, been fun to watch them all season long competing. Now you've got Ress, the world champion, and Armstrong, the world record holder. Only one of them, though, can be national champion.
3 of the 4 fastest in history are in this race. You throw Shane Casas in there, he's running out of chances to make this team. Good start by Casas. Who comes up first? Looks like Held did, actually, up there in 6th. Ress looking good too. Will the long arms of Armstrong get there?
Trying to charge back here the final few meters. Those top 2, that long finish from Ress, good enough to get it done again by 6/100ths over Hunter Armstrong. The world champ will get to go back and defend the world crown.
6/100ths this time. Fastest swim in the world by Justin Ress. And the only way Armstrong joins him now is if he wins the 100 backstroke in a loaded field. Great start by Casas, who ended up fading to 5th. But Wyatt Davis, who got 3rd, what a swim for him. He was 0.49. Armstrong just a little slow off the blocks and those long arms. Could they get in there? Not quite. What a lunge by Ress. What a lunge at the end. Did you see his whole body come up out of the water? Unbelievable finish by Ress. Perfect at the end.
So the latest battle between these two phenomenal 50-meter backstrokers goes to the world champ over the world record holder, Justin Ress, with the win there against Hunter Armstrong. And our world champ and national champ is with Kira.
Justin, congratulations, a national champion once again. Describe the emotions you felt when you looked up and saw those results.
I'm just waiting for the DQ, honestly. It still says unofficial. But, you know, tonight was a really cool experience with the delay. It felt like I was back as a kid in Summer League. Tuesday nights, you know, Tuesday night Summer League meets for the best. Sometimes storms would come in, create huge delays. Meet wouldn't get done till midnight. Had to wake up for like 4:30 for morning practice the next day, but I didn't care. It was the best thing ever. So it was just fun.
Well, I love that you can keep that fun energy when you think about a meet. And I hope that you keep that as well at Worlds when you go back and have the opportunity to defend that gold. How much do you relish that opportunity?
Absolutely. The more I learn, you know, the more I learn how to compete as a professional, the easier it gets. Knowing how to not put too much pressure on myself, just be in the moment, you know, really experience being in the crowd, being in great places, being able to do just really fun things. Just have fun with it.
Well, it was a lot of fun to watch tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Justin Ress, by 600ths over Hunter Armstrong, takes down the national title. Wyatt Davis, super swim for him. New personal best time to grab the bronze here at Nationals. Then it's Ryan Held and Shane Casas. So again, the highly anticipated duel in the 50 back, won by the world champ Justin Ress. A look at the night's winners here from the Phillips 66 National Championships. Rowdy, and again, an intriguing cast of victors here. Some expected and some surprises.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it though, the only...
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the awards ceremony for the men's 50-meter backstroke. Presenting awards for the men's 50-meter backstroke, a 2-time Olympian and 4-time Olympic medalist, and your on-deck MC for these national championships, please welcome Caitlin Sandino. Touching third in a time of 24.62 from the University of Michigan swim team, Wyatt Davis. Silver medalist in a time of 24.16, representing New York Athletic Club, Hunter Armstrong. Your 2023 Phillips 66 National Champion in the men's 50-meter backstroke with a winning time of 24.10, representing Mission Viejo, Justin Ress. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the men's 50-meter backstroke medalists, led by your champion, Justin Ress.
The A and B finals may be all taken care of, but we still got more. Please welcome to the pool deck the C final in the women's 400 meters individual medley. This is the C final of the women's 400 IM. C final women's 400 individual medley underway. Eleanor Sun, Nation's Capital Swim Club in 1. Hannah Ombe of Auburn University in 2. Gracie Wyatt, Sarasota Sharks in 3. Camden Down of King Aquatic Club in lane 4. Hannah Bellard of Club Wolverine in 5. Jessica Eden of Ohio State in 6. Maya Abruzzo of Plymouth White Marsh Aquatics in 7. And Anna Auld of the University of Florida is in lane 8. Bellard led at the 50-meter mark. She was out at a 29.26, 1 of 2, actually 4. Now that we're looking across the whole pool, actually. 4 sub-30 first 50s, 29.8 was second. That was Camden Dawn. She was about a half a second at the 50, now a full second as Bellard is out fast, 102.58. Hannah Bellard usually goes out pretty quick in the 400 IM. Her personal best of 4:47.67. She turned that in at the USA Swimming Futures Championship in Cary back in July of last year. She was a 4:50.39 this morning, so just off of her PR. We'll see what she has in store for the evening swim. We're halfway through this C final, and Hannah Bellard has had a stranglehold on the lead, now up to 3 seconds ahead of Doan, who's in second. Bellard is about 3 seconds ahead of her PR pace right now. Is this the right strategy? We will find out on the back half of this 400 IM. Doan second, Ombe third. And Abruzzo sitting in fourth. .43.3 on that first 50 of the breaststroke leg. To be expected for Bellard. She's given up a little bit of the lead to Doan, who was a 41.4. Doan actually the fastest split in the field, second only to Anna Auld, who was a 41.3. Anna Ombe in lane number 2, also right behind Bellard now. Ombe may be able to make the pass by the final exchange to the freestyle leg. Nope, Bellard continues to lead. She's not letting anyone back into that lead. Will she be able to go wire to wire? Continues to be just under about 2.5 seconds off of her PR, or under her PR pace. That's an important distinction there. Best time for Bellard, 4:47.67. Just been sub 450 a few times, actually. 448.13 at the 13th annual Big Red Challenge just a few weeks ago. And a strong first 50, 32.4 from Bellard. She is well on her way to a best time and a C final win. Look at what she has done to the rest of this field on that final 100 meters. She's going to touch with the heat win and a PR of 4:44.67, exactly 3 seconds under her previous best time, winning our C final. D final. All right, we got green lights. It's the D final. D final women's 400 individual medley. Lainey Mullins of the Suburban Seahawks in 1. Campbell Stoll, Elmbrook Swim Club in 2. Emily Brown of Dublin Community Swim Team in 3. Campbell Chase, Core Swimming in 4. Emily Thompson of Greater Somerset, New Jersey in 5. Carly Cronk of Alamo area in 6. Audrey Darava of the Jersey Wahoos in 7. And Asia Kozin of Mission Viejo is in lane 8. Daravo led the way, 29.06 on the first 50 meters. Looks like she may still have the lead. No, it's Emily Brown actually with a 103.15 on the first 100 meters. Brown's personal best, 4:48.83. She is right on that pace after the butterfly leg. Daravo 103.35. Daravo taking the lead back over, 35.87 for her on the first 50 of the backstroke leg. Daravo did go a best time this morning, a 4:53.45 for her. And right now she's just a little bit ahead of that pace even. Best times just raining from the sky this week. Daravo looking to cash in yet again. 35.1, a 110.9 on the backstroke leg. An impressive split from Audrey Daravo in lane 7. Daravo's prelim swim moved her to 75th all-time in the 13-14 national age group rankings, looking to climb that ladder even more this evening. But here comes Campbell Stoll with a 41.0, closing the gap from 4 seconds down to just 1 in only 50 meters of breaststroke. Emily Brown in third now. Stoll with the fastest split in the field on that first breaststroke leg. Chase Campbell also making moves as she splits a 41.7 on her front half of the breaststroke 100 meters. Stoll has taken the lead there in lane number 2. Daravo looks like she still has second, but she's fending off that charge from Chase Campbell. Or rather, Campbell Chase, excuse me. Campbell Chase in third. Campbell Stoll in the lead. Audrey Daravo between the two of them. Here's the final turn in this D final of the women's 400 individual medley. Stoll still has the lead. Chase still, or moving into second rather. Daravo in third. Campbell Stoll's best time of 4:50.26. She swam that just 2 months ago at the Tier Pro Swim Series in Westmont, Illinois. 4:50.26 would mean she needs to come home bound to 33, which is well within her reach. So how fast will she go? She'll touch with the D final win of 4:49.34, dropping just under a second off of her best time to win the D final. Second place does go to Campbell Chase, a 4:50.67, and third a 4:50.92 for Carly Cronk, finishing in third.
Coaches, if we could please have a representative from Rose Bowl Aquatics to the resolution desk. This is the men's 400-meter individual medley. C final. And Marani. 4 Florida, Mason Lauer. 5 Dallas Mustangs, Cotton Fields. 6 Minnesota, William Christensen. 7 Tualatin Hills Swim Club, Diego Nosak. 8 Ohio State University, Nathan Holte. Lauer leads with the butterfly with a 55.72. And that's Marani and Ariano. Cotton Fields gaining some ground on your leader with a 33.3 split. To open the backstroke, Lauer was a 34.10, also under 34 seconds. Nosak in 7 with a 33.7 split. Mason Lauer of Florida, 4:21.45 in the prelims, still leading by nearly 2 body lengths. Rolls through the back to breast turn with a 2:02.62. Back in a 32.8, outsplitting the field here. Matching him with a 32.8 was Christensen and 6 from Michigan. Outside lanes with some good breaststroke speed as the field levels out behind Mason Lauer. Lauer out in a 36.50 in lane 4. And brings the breaststroke back in a 37.35. 3:16.47 as Lauer heads into the freestyle. Putting together a very strong performance here. 4:21.4 again. That was Lauer's time this morning. Should be able to challenge that here. But Fields turning in a 3:21.2 for second. Third is Marani at 3:21.8. Great race here behind Mason Lauer with Cotton Fields, William Christensen, and Ryan Marani all together in this battle for second as Lauer trying to get under the 4-minute 20-second mark. And he is going to shatter that as he turns in a 4:15.81. About 5.5 seconds better than his morning swim. To take the C final out of lane 4, second Ryan Marani, 4:21.12. That's a second drop from his morning swim. Third is William Christensen, lane 6 with a 4:21.6, also improving from this morning. D final. Lane 1, Lakeside Swim Team, Thomas Mercer. 2, Gwinnett Aquatics, Baylor Stanton. 3, Sandpipers of Nevada, Luke Ellis. 4, Carmel Swim Club, Greg Enoch. 5, Evolution Racing Club, Humberto Najera. 6, South Shore Sails, Tony Larito. 7, Sandpipers, Dylan Wright. 8, New Canaan YMCA Caymans, Kalen Anbar. Coaches, if we could please have a representative from Louisville to the resolution desk. We need a coach from Louisville, please, to the resolution desk. Najera opens the backstroke with a 32-10 split out of lane 5. Moving up in lane 2, Baylor Stanton. 32-7 was the opening backstroke split from Stanton. And through the 200, we get a 203.4 from Najera, 203.9 from Stanton, and a 205.55. Thomas Mercer, lane 1, he turns in third. Coaches, we're looking for Dynamo now to the resolution desk. Please, Dynamo, please send a coach to the resolution desk. Thank you. Humberto Najera putting together a strong showing here. He worked through the breaststroke, splitting 37.7, 38.5, and leads this field by a second at the 300-meter mark. We'll see with 50 meters to go. The lead is less than a second now. That's Greg Enoch in lane 4, Carmel Swim Club, just up the road here. Trying to claim the title here in the D final, chasing down Humberto Najera out of California. Stroke for stroke now into the final 10 meters. Enoch in 4, Najera in 5. Looking at each other under the flags. 4:19.96 by a quarter of a second. Humberto Najera takes the win. 4:20.19 for Enoch. They each take 5 seconds off their morning effort, with Dylan Wright picking up third at a 4:22.22. Also a 4.6 second drop for Wright as he gets under the Olympic trial qualifying standard.
We go now, ladies and gentlemen, to the women's 100 meters butterfly. This is the C final. See, final women's 100 butterfly in the water. Abby Daniel in 1, Callie Dickinson in 2, Leah Gingrich in 3, Tess Howley in 4, Tristan Ouellette in 5, Charlotte Crush in 6, Abby Harder in 7, and Erica Peleas is in lane 8. (27:20), Charlotte Crush leads the way after 50 meters. Abby Harder right behind her, 27:28. And then about 0.3 of a second behind those two is Tristan Ouellette, University of Louisville, who's in lane 5. Ouellette has good closing speed for sure. Her best time was this morning, that 59:41. Could we see some more best times out of this field? Let's find out. There's the touch. Very close C final, 58:87 for Abby Harder, getting under the 59 mark. For the first time in her career, actually dropping over half a second to do so. 59:15 for Tess Howley, finishing in second. And Charlotte Crush with a 59:30 finishes in third. D final. Kelsey Zhang in lane 1, Caroline Bricker 2, Caroline Larson in 3, Annika Parkey in 4, Addison Reese in 5, Claire Watson in 6, Anna Bamer in 7, and Haley Tierney is in lane number 8 here. D final of the women's 100 butterfly on its way down to the far wall. (27:82), Bamer in lane number 7 with the lead from Solo Aquatics. She leads Caroline Larson by 0.08 of a second. Larson out in a 27:90. Parkey out in a 28:07. Bamer's best time of 59:64. She was a 1:01:16 this morning, so a little bit off that mark. A strong second 50 from Annika Parkey in lane number 4. And she will touch with the heat win, getting under 1 minute at a 59:99, coming back in a 31:9.
We turn now to the men's 100-meter butterfly, event 18. C final. Lane 1, University of Notre Dame, Kason Wilburn. 2, Indiana, Brendan Burns. 3, Sun Devil, Grant House. 4, Auburn University, Aiden Stoffel. 5, Louisville, Dalton Lowe. 6, Alto Swim Club, Aaron Sequeira. 7, Sun Devil Swimming, Alex Colson. 8, Boilermaker Aquatics, Brady Samuels. Stoffel of Auburn has the lead this morning, a 52.95, and Stoffel turns in the victory with a 52.55, a 4/10 drop. 53.10 from Grant House, he's second, and third is Brendan Burns, Indiana, 53.18 out of lane 2. D final. Swimming in our D final, and 1 from Lynchburg YMCA is Brendan Whitfield. 2, Greater Toledo, Scotty Buff. 3, Palo Alto Stanford, Ethan Harrington. 4, Evolution Racing, David Schmidt. 5 for Texas Ford Aquatics, Jacob Wimberly. 6, Rockville Montgomery, Adriano Ariotti. 7, Michigan, Tyler Ray. 8, Aggie Swim Club, Connor Foote. Wimberly of Texas Ford from lane 5, and Connor Foote in lane 8 from Aggie Swim Club. They're your clear leaders into the final strokes, with the win going to Connor Foote, 53.29. Lane 8. Wimberly second, 53.58. Third across the pool, lane 1, Brendan Whitfield with a 53.70.
Down to the far end of the pool we go. It's time for the women's 50-meter breaststroke. C final. Swimming in the C final of the women's 50 breaststroke, Rainey, Renby, Scott, Henley, Hartman, Anderson, McGault, and Lee. Took a 32.51 to make it back, 32.15, the top time in this heat, turned in by Longhorn Aquatics' Channing Henley. She's in lane 4, looks like she has a slight edge, maybe just ahead of Elle Scott of Nova, Virginia. Final 5 meters, keep an eye on lane 8 as well, Jessie Lee, but at the touch, it is Zoe Hartman getting her hands to the wall first. 32.11 for her. About 0.06 of a second faster than her prelim swim. Hanley in second with that 32.24, and then Jessie Lee's 32.27 finishes in third. D final. D final in the water swimming. Cheatwood in 2, Carno in 3, Robillard in 4, Bricker in 5, 2 in 6, and Brower in 7. Edge is in lane 5. Caroline Bricker of Pikes Peak Athletics was a 32.66 in the prelims. Second only to Addie Robillard in this heat. She's going to win it with a 32.74. Jillian 2 with a 33.09 finishes in second, dropping 0.3 of a second. And Addie Robillard's 33.14 finishes in third.
Setting up now for the men's 50-meter breaststroke event 20. C final. Daniel Lee in 1, 2 is Luke Shorts, 3, Matt Fallon, 4, Nate German-Prey, 5 is Jake Horner, 6, Watson Wynn, 7, Logan Brown, lane 8, Logan Kelly. Anybody's race here in the C final. It's Logan Brown, lane 7 with a 28.18. Out-touching Matt Fallon, 28.23 for Fallon out of lane 3. With the third place time belonging to Watson Wynn. Metro, lane 6, 28.24. D final. D finalist 1 is Will Heck, 2 Colin Zhang, 3 Joshua Chen, 5 Charles Eglin, 6 Ben Delmar, 7 Jordan Willis, 8 Alex Sanchez. Charles Edglin at 5 from Aquajet Swim Team is your winner with a 28.24. Alex Sanchez follows closely with a 28.46, and then Joshua Chen, lane 3, Texas Ford Aquatics, 28.75. D final results under review.
.50 backstroke C final win is in lane 6. It's a 28.59 for Claire Jansen of the University of Pittsburgh. 28.59. Second place at 28.61, 200ths of a different. Ellie Waldrop and then Emma Kern in third at a 28.66. D final. Swimming in the D final, DeWitt, Hamlin, Berlin, Rabb, Logan, Crush, Chunt, and Novaline. Last women's race of the evening in the water. Tightly bunched D final here. Slight edge in lane 5, it looks like. Maybe lane 4. Claire Logan looks to get her hand on the wall first, and she does. 29.04 for her. Grace Rabb with a 29.19 in second. And Katie Choate in lane 7 with a 29.26 finishes in third.
This is event 22, men's 50-meter backstroke. C final. Gentry in 1 with Thames in 2, Klotz 3, 4 is Burns, 5 Barr, 6 McDonald, 7 Hayburn, lane 8 Jones. Joe Hayburn, Annapolis Swim Club in lane 7, and lane 6 Owen McDonald, the Sun Devil. And there's Owen McDonald, 25.17 takes the win with Hayburn at a 25.50 and 7. Matt Klotz third, 25.52 from Tiger Aquatics Swim Club. C final results are under review. No call, results are official. "50-meter backstroke D final. Here in our D final, Jacques Wenger in 1, 3 Charlie Crush, 4 Caleb Maldari, 5 Johnny Crush, 7 Stephen Conrad, 8 is Jack Wadsworth. This could be Wadsworth of Sun Devil in lane 8. That's Caleb Maldari, swim back 25.97 by 4/100ths of a second. gets Wadsworth at the touch. 26:01 for Wadsworth, with the third place time belonging to Johnny Crush. 26.16 to put a cap on this eventful day here at the 2023 Phillips 66 National Championships. Thank you so much for being a part of history here at the Indiana University Natatorium. Tomorrow morning, we kick things off at 10 a.m. with 7 heats of the women's 400-meter freestyle, followed by 8 heats of the men's 400. Women's 100 breaststroke, men's 100 breaststroke, women's 100 back, and men's 100 back will round out the morning session as we continue the fantastic racing here to decide your world championship team for the 2023 Worlds in Fukuoka, Japan. Please help out the wonderful staff here at the IU Natatorium and police your area on the way out. Please travel safely and have a good night.